guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames, and if you're new here, believe me, you want to click that subscribe button and ensure that your notification bell is turned on, because guess what? Our girl Kimmy Cakes is still throwing a tantrum. She's still having arguments with Ye after his shocking marriage with Biancacensori. So we're going to talk about it now. If you're new and you are thinking about becoming a YouTuber, you don't know where to find these contents, these are just article reports. This one is from Animated Times. So go check out Animated Times for this article so you can make yourself a video, make some money, and take care of your family, okay? Now let's get into this, because someone cannot handle rejection. Someone who said that I can do bad all by myself is actually doing worse. The woman that said she wanted a divorce because she wanted peace, the woman that said she finally has peace, is creating a problem. Listen, no man wants this ass. And that's just what it is, right? Because let's be realistic. Kim is tied up in so many controversial discussions at this point that her dating life has even become more unfavorable. But let's talk about what Animated Times is telling us, okay? Now, I'm going to go through the article. We're going to break it down after each paragraph. So if this is your thing, go ahead, stick around, and ensure that you hit that thumbs up button, okay? Now, according to Animated Times, following her breakup with Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian was shocked to the core to learn about Kanye West's new wife, Biancacensori. Heartbroken over her divorce and recent breakup, the rapper's decision of remarrying was a lot to take for Kardashian, especially worried about co-parenting and involving Sensori in the picture. The model tried dismissing West's new wife. That's really interesting, considering someone who is posing on the internet practically nude. Did you guys see that photo shoot that she did for Skims that TMZ reported on? And the back of her thigh is so damaged that we're not going to see her posing like that, because when you look at those scars, it's given the sense that it could be, either surgery or from some type of accident that she has had. But we're not talking about that. I'm just throwing that in there as a jab, because this woman is just doing way too much. If you remember, and I think we all remember, the internet knows, Miss Kimmy, you said you waited until 6 months to introduce the kids to your boyfriend. Then you had your daughter, North, sitting in your boyfriend's lap. Are you worried that Ye is going to do you the same favor? Don't worry, sweetie. He's a lot smarter than you. He's more calculated than you. He may not be a crook, but rest assured, he's very smart. He's very calculated. And guess what? You know this. That's not your problem. Your problem is that Biancacensori is giving you the Beyonce treatment. Do you remember when Beyonce wanted nothing to do with this girl? And when Beyonce stood for a photo, she tried her best to smile for that photograph. And once that photograph was over, Beyonce was like, cut, I'm done, I'm out, I want nothing to do with this. That's what Bianca is doing to Kim. She doesn't know how to handle rejection. Her ex-husband is not helping her with any projects, because guess what? After that divorce, Kim, what ex-husband in their right mind would still be helping you, pumping money into your pocket after she helped to ruin her kids' legacy? If you're asking, what are you talking about? Listen. Look at how Kim handled everything during the time that Ye was being canceled. And after she made that post that Candace Owens told us that she and her family had to make, she went ahead and she wore that Balenciaga and Adidas just to rub salt in her husband's wounds. Hey, Kim, you need to start reading your Bible, because you're not paying attention. God is calling you, Kim. Remember, your husband told you. God is calling you. and you should use your platform to help families to stay together. Okay, but let's talk about the rest of the article because listen, we could go on for hours with factual stuff, right? But let's talk about what this article is saying because that is why we're here. Now, second paragraph says, failing at getting the deal she wanted, Kim Kardashian tried keeping herself composed, although West and Kardashian were supposedly ended after their split. They are reportedly fighting over co-parenting with an additional entry into her children's life. Kim felt uncomfortable and thus started the chaos. So they're admitting that this entire drama, this entire chaos that is going on, Kim is starting it, but that's not a problem. Ye wants to keep his child north of TikTok, right? And Kim believes that Bianca is the reason for that. So what she's doing, she's deflecting. She's saying Bianca is making things tough. Bianca is making things difficult. Biancacensori is, bringing down North's self-esteem. That is what she's saying, right? As per this article, Bianca has been given the label of evil stepmom, bringing down North's self-esteem. Listen, keeping a child's ass off TikTok doesn't bring down their self-esteem. As a matter of fact, it makes that child realize and understand their place. And once she gets older, listen, you bet your ass she's going to be so grateful for that. Growing up, there were so many parties that I wanted to go. And my dad told me, heck no, you ain't going there. And I was so mad at him. But as I got older, I realized that the girls that were at that party, they have absolutely no reputation. And I'm grateful for that. So what I'm saying is that kids may not understand what you're doing for them now, but you think that as they get older, they would not. They are going to understand. And it's not Ye's duty to be his daughter's best friend. His duty is to be a father, right? But Kim doesn't understand that. So can we expect better from her? No, we cannot expect better from this woman because if you go back to their reality TV series as reference, you would hear that these kids were out and about, partying, having, intimacy at a very young, tender age. So to Kim, that lifestyle is normal. And they were having those intimacy with men who were way too old for them. Okay? And that is what, you see, Kim, you have traumatized your husband so much that I don't even think you understand how much your family lifestyle, your family history has traumatized that man. So it's not as though it's personal. It's not personal. He just wants to protect his little girl. Stop deflecting. Stop pointing at his wife. Because guess what? Whether or not Bianca was in the picture, this would be the same thing that Ye would be doing. Chances are he would be dragging your ass on the internet too. But I think you need to put some respect on Bianca's name because I believe she has saved your ass a lot from being dragged on the internet, you and your family. We know how Ye rolls once you press that button, but thank God he has someone around him to, encourage him not to do so. But let's continue with what this article is saying because guess what? We're going through all of it. We're not going to leave any stone unturned. If you want to pause, come back, that is up to you, okay? Don't feel pressured to complete this video now. Now, the next paragraph is saying, amid Kanye West's marital involvement with his Yeezy designer, Biancacensori, Kim is trying her best to stay calm and composed, focusing on her career and family. The mother of four is finding it difficult to keep up with West on co-parenting. Despite the difficulties, Kardashian is giving her best in the most cordial manner. Now, I don't believe you're giving your best in the most cordial manner. I believe that you want the public to believe you're being cordial. If you were being cordial towards Ye or Bianca, you wouldn't be causing this drama, because do you notice that you're the one who is the problem here? Not Ye, not Bianca. Your problem is Ye wanting to keep his child out of the public eyes, you not having it. And because of that, what do? You're throwing rocks and hiding your hands. And you're using Drake as well, because everyone is talking about this. Even Tasha K is not having it with Kim, allowing Drake to use that soundbite to take a jab at Ye. We know that Kim is not over this. She's still bitter. She is mad that she made a mistake by divorcing this man. She thought that, the grass was greener on the other side. But she is now realizing that, as challenging as things were, life was so much better with him on so many different levels. And why is it that this man's marriage has to continuously be a shock to you when he told you that you should go ahead and get married? If you want to marry someone like Tom Brady, you have his blessings. That should be the key indication that I'm sided out. The love that I have for you no longer lives here. I do care about you because you're the mother of my 4 kids, but I am no longer in love with you. But I do love you, right? So peace out. Go get married. Use your platform. Like, aren't you paying attention, woman? The man practically told you he is ready to move on. He gave you his blessings to move on just the same. So why is it that you're still referring to this man's marriage as shock? You were divorced. What do people do when they get divorced? They move on. And research has shown that men, oftentimes, more than 80% of the times, moves on quicker than the woman. You should know this. You have resources. You have therapists. You have so many highly educated people around you. Stop acting stupid. Stop acting as though you don't have resources available to you where you could actually sit down and talk to someone. Even if there's problems, right? Even if there are problems around you, I don't believe that it should be in the media. You know why? Your husband, your ex-husband, is the one who normally gets, the bad name for being a villain because he keeps putting stuff out there. But now you're doing the same thing that you would normally blame him for. So it goes to show that it is okay for you to be hurt and make your feelings publicly known, but he's not entitled to the same luxury of being hurt and let his feelings be known publicly. And that is double standards. That is not fair, okay? But listen, we're going to continue with this because we're not done yet. So to continue, it says, as a mother, Kim is trying to expose her kids to lesser atrocities and family feud. Let's dig up in. I'm sorry. How is it that you're trying to expose your kids to lesser atrocities? Right? I can understand you not exposing them to family feud. And if you really think about it, listen, you can be having feud with your ex-husband and your kids not even know about it. Because guess what? We know that he's not going to tell his kids, right? So if you do not tell your kids about it, do not talk about it, with your family while your kids are around, they will not know what is going on. Now, as it relates to the atrocities, you have your child on a social media platform with millions of followers. It could be the case that you want to expose them to lesser atrocities, but then it's still exposing that child to atrocities because people are now making videos about your child, talking about how disgusted and tired they are to see your child, right? You caused that. So if you're going to talk about atrocities, I think that you should be doing so from a reasonable point of view And that statement right there, it's not reasonable to you. You're not doing yourself any good by saying that. You're only making yourself to be a damn fool by saying that. You're only trying to, you know, make it seem as though you're doing something quite the opposite of what you're actually doing. So that right there, definitely not making any sense. So we're going to continue again with this article. Now it says, therefore, being possessive with Biancacensori entry into their family frame, Kardashian is feeling uncomfortable thinking about her children's welfare. Inside a closed door, Kardashian mentioned she's extremely focused on her kids and growing them in a healthy atmosphere, and that will always be her priority. You can't say you want to grow your kids in a healthy atmosphere and then you have Ice Spice over doing that, song that is not appropriate for your child. You weren't creating a healthy atmosphere at that point. I understand that most people wants to create a healthy atmosphere, but that is not it. And you keep putting these things out in the media. Do you think that your kids are not going to see these articles? Come on. How do you create a healthy atmosphere? Accept that your ex-husband has moved on. Accept that his wife is going to be a part of the kid's life, just as how your boyfriend was, a part of your kid's life. Remember, you weren't married to Pete, right? Remember that Pete had his own demons, and we had North sitting in Pete's lap. North is a child. Pete is a grown man who joked about doing what to a baby. That joke did not matter to you, did it? You still allowed your daughter to sit in that man's lap. You still allowed that man to take your son to the mall. So you cannot be pointing fingers saying that, you don't want this woman in your life when we haven't seen Bianca making any jokes about molesting a child. And we have to call a spade and a shovel a shovel. We haven't heard one unpleasantries about, not one unpleasant thing about this girl. So I believe that, there's a lot more to these feelings, and none of them have anything to do with Bianca and her kids. I believe that it's all about you being selfish, being self-centered, not willing and ready to accept that chapter of your life has closed. Do you know that Kim could actually close that chapter of her life with love? She could. She and her ex-husband could be having the best relationship ever. But because you're always playing these games, it will not happen. And because you don't think the kids are good, that man is good enough for his kids, it's not going to happen. So all this report is just deflecting, and not taking accountability for decisions that you have made. You need to realize that Bianca did not force you to divorce him. You took that decision upon yourself. You said that the marriage was not serving you anymore. And he fought for his marriage. We've got to hand it to him. He did fight to win his family back, and you were not having it. And he accepted that you were done. It was tough, but he moved on. And I believe that it's time for you to move on and give him that respect just the same. No, you know what? I don't know, but this is a lot to see, this thing keep coming back about Bianca being the center of everything, saying that she just wants, although the model has been repeatedly failing at her attempts of keeping, I don't know who is the model, because Kim ain't no model. She ain't no model. Her attempts at keeping Biancacensori away is definitely failing. She is definitely being vocal about her issues. So they're saying that Kim is not happy because her plans of keeping Biancacensori away is failing. I don't know why they're calling Kim a model. Listen, this is so funny. Now, they're saying that overall the relationship is okay though, but it's just that they're having problems with co-parenting, going back and forth a few times. Kanye is at peace ever since his new wife was allowed to get involved with his kids, claiming co-parenting healthy is their main goal, and that is always the primary focus for Kim. Now, whew, that was a lot, but I believe that Kim needs to get therapy. If she's not getting therapy, she has the money. Not everyone believes in therapy, right? So in case she doesn't, she definitely has so many people who have been through this that she could sit and talk with. If she's not feeling so comfortable with Bianca, I think that honestly, that is understandable, but also at the same time, give Bianca the respect of allowing her to prove herself. Nothing has gone wrong. You know that the father of those kids, he's a helicopter dad. He's not going to allow anyone, not even you, to do anything to the kids. So why do you think that he would allow his ex-wife to do something? Sorry, his current wife to do something. He's not going to allow the ex-wife, who is their mom, right? So why do you think that Bianca is going to do something that he would allow? That's not going to happen. And you know it's not going to happen. So I believe that you're just being very immature, throwing your tantrum because you're not accustomed to not having your way. And because of that, you don't know how to let go. You're out of control for the very first time in your life. You're not in control of the things that are happening around you. And that is what is, really getting to you. Ye is not there to tell you how to deal with these things, how to deal with people coming out saying that you stole their businesses and all of that. So I believe that Kim's problem is not just Bianca, the co-parenting. I believe it's the fact that she has so many, cases coming at her of people accusing her of stealing from them. And the mere fact that they're trying to get dirt on Bianca consistently, and it's just flawless. Just imagine when your ex praises you, you know that that's a damn good person right there. So I believe that Kim just needs to give it up because, listen, Ye has been awarded joint custody legally, which means that anyone he dates or marry can be around the kid's life, right? Can be around the kids at his discretion. And it is his duty and responsibility to ensure that that individual is a upstanding citizen and does not pose any threats or harm to the kids. You have nothing to worry about, Kim. You even know this woman before, she got married to your ex-husband. Come on, girl. Wake up and smell the ganja because the roses ain't doing you any favor at this point. Now, guys, this is a lengthy video, but I had to put it all out there. I had to get into all of the details, break it down, and deliberate. And it's your time now to talk. This is where you guys comes in. Let me know what your thoughts are about, Kim just consistently talking about Bianca as per this report, still having, some amount of feud with Ye because of his wife, and Kim talking about Ye's marriage being still being a shock to her when he told her and gave her his blessings to move on herself. Why is it that she's not paying attention? I mean, she's smart, right? She's not a scholar, right? But she's smart. So she should be able to understand what her ex-husband meant at the time. So I want to hear from you guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and see you all next time. Bye, guys.